All fun. All right. We are live with Co-op's very own Amanda Hillman. Amanda, how are you
I
today?
am great. I just got off the studio session, and that's always exciting
Yeah.
to meet and talk to people in the industry.
You were on that stage
I
right over
was.
there. That's a really cool setup they have
Yeah,
over there.
yeah.
We'll take a picture of that and show it to you guys here. But yeah, so what did you talk about on the other stage, as they say, Amanda?
So contact centers, right? So
Yeah.
understanding what it means to be a contact center, how to lead in the industry, and really how to create those sticky moments with those member experiences and
Okay.
expectations.
All right, good to know. Yeah, because contact centers are so vital.
Yeah.
Not only to many other industries, but cutting's even more so.
Yeah.
So yeah, so good stuff. Any takeaways that you want to share from that from your discussion?
The takeaways really are just as far as credit unions like leading forward is just to keep that member engagement, right? Like their expectations are to be a financial institution that they trust, and to do that,
Yeah.
they have to meet the needs of what their members
Right.
want. So
Well, and the contact center is changing right before our eyes, especially with all the data that we have and all the, I don't say biometrics, but all the digital identification, all that
Yes.
type of stuff, which you know very well. So that said, you are staying up to date on innovation in contact center space, obviously. So give us the state of the industry on contact centers right now. What's new based on what we just said?
So I think even in talking with prospects and clients that we currently have today,
Yeah.
we're seeing that need for technology, right? It's not just enough to ask out of all questions. We need to dive deeper, and I think that's one of the areas where we need that. But as credit unions, it's hard to afford that, right? Because technology costs money. So finding that in between. So maybe it's the credit union implementing some new technology while offsetting some of those calls that we can take on our contact center with verification happening through cores. The industry is just changing so much, and we don't see it slowing down.
Yeah.
And we see that post-pandemic. We see the calls are coming in faster. The call wait time is longer. So how do you get to that response time? So I think being able to partner with credit unions and their technology and leveraging some of those
Yeah.
integrations are really helpful.
Well, and looking at it from the staff perspective as well is just as important, if not more so.
Oh,
And being able to support them, because this is not an easy job. These folks are
I started
pretty
in
awesome.
the contact center.
You know very well,
I do.
don't you?
I do. I was 19, and so
Oh my gosh!
I was a baby.
Wow.
So 20-something years later, I'm still talking about it and the importance of it. So I've seen a lot of changes throughout these years of what it means to be that reference point.
Well, in order to lead it, in order to talk about it, you've had to have lived it. So, and you have all that.
Think of agent burnout, and training and new hires and all the things to keep a fully staffed, just credit union staffing to begin with,
Right.
and then on the level of having to know everything about the credit unions and the members. So there's a lot that credit unions face right now.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, so when it comes to determining whether to keep a contact center in-house or partnering with a provider like you guys at Co-op, what are some of the factors that credit should be weighing in on?
I think obviously, what are they currently doing today, right? And how do they want it? How do they want to grow? And so I think partnering with us, a factor to consider would be what's the cost of the experience for the members, right? So are they able to keep fully staffed? Are they meeting them 24/7, 363 days a year? An example I used on stage was, with my two daughters, right? Both of them having experiences on off hours where my credit union wasn't available, but the contact center was. So I really think as much as costs are important, the member experience and having the expectations met are just very key. Taking a look at the technology they're currently using, and that can be anything from their vendors to their phone systems, and then how does that partner with us?
Do you guys ever look outside the industry and see how other, contact centers work in other industries? I mean, this is just a question totally out of left field, but I've always wondered about that. Even in other industries, do they look at how other people handle? Because we've all, heard and experienced the horror stories, but we've all had experienced really good experiences as well.
Absolutely.
So do you guys look outside and go, hey, maybe we should put our own spin on that or something like that?
Oh, I mean, you can answer that question right now, right? How many times have you called a contact center or a call center and it's A or B, right? It's not a great experience.
Right.
Or, and I use this, our agents are US based. They're live agents, it's organic, and they're empathetic, and they're using the active listening skill. we hire for that.
Oh,
we don't
okay.
hire for how much do they know about the industry.
Right.
So we're looking at the talent coming in. So absolutely, we use our own experiences in the day-to-day functionality and the calls that we make, and we help to shape that. And that's where skill-based learning and career pathing and training happen within our teams for that reason.
Okay, yeah, I find this really fascinating on how this whole process works. And
Oh, Mike, we can talk about it for an hour.
I know how to keep the staff happy, how to keep that member experience
Yes.
top notch. Yeah, it's a whole science, I'm sure. So what are consumer expectations looking like these days within the contact center channel, and how can credit unions apply those trends to their own member experience strategies going forward?
So I think expectations are, I want to answer now, right? I'm not calling because I'm having a good day. I'm calling, this is my finances. I'm not saying, hey, thanks for approving my transaction. I have a need. And so members and credit unions need to partner together to find out what those needs are and how to get those results ASAP. With our team partnering out, we become that branch extension of meeting that member's expectation. So I think having that mindset, and that's not just contact center, that's anything that the credit unions are doing currently today, right? With post-COVID, I mean, we feel that still today. Branches are still closed, and it's hard to keep staff trained and even coming to work.
Yeah.
So if that's impacting their staff level, how's that impacting their member experience? I've been with my credit union now for, at least 15 years, and I keep staying with them. I'm loyal to them because my expectations are always being met. That member experience is always engaging, and they know me. And I know as a member, after hours, my needs are still going to be met. Maybe not quite at, when Chris answers the phone, but definitely it meets the needs of transferring money or finding out what's wrong.
Well, and it's so important because obviously, as consumers, we're all pulled in so many different directions. We've had different experiences in the retail environment where a lot of them really hit it out of the park in certain places. So credit unions really have to maintain that level, if not exceed it, right?
Yeah. And then also costs, right? That's a factor to consider for sure. And cost of opportunity.
Yeah.
So, can they take on that extra risk of not having that experience? So maybe it's better to let co-op take that risk for them. Let us handle it. We can handle turnover because we have over 550 agents on the calls. So we can handle and go through that whole training and meet that level.
Yeah, that's another topic that we could really go down a rabbit hole on.
Absolutely.
It's just finding that talent, and that's just staff gauging, because we're in such I'll just put it politically, we're in such a unique labor market right now, where we have been for the last year and a half or so. So that's all.
I think that's really one of the things with our agents sets us aside too. With we really go above and beyond to take care of our agents and to incentivize in keeping that morale up.
Yeah.
Competitions and giveaways and all that fun stuff, right? Who doesn't like free stuff?
Well, it can be a very rewarding job too. Not only with all the rewards and things like that, but helping somebody out on the other end of the funnel. Because most of the time, those folks are stressed out. There's a big issue going on.
Yeah.
And have somebody have that lifeline.
I love going to the contact center and sitting and listening to our agents. I don't want to do it.
Well, you've been there, done that.
I've already done that.
Yeah.
But I love seeing just how they can maneuver the phone call and have that one call resolution, right? We're not transferring them back and forth to different people or putting them on hold. We don't do any of that. It's really just, hey, what can we do? And making sure that skill set that they're calling for is met.
Yeah, because when you're a consumer and you're put on hold to go to another person, you are in some sort of weird abyss that you don't want to be in. Mm-hmm. Is somebody going to pick up that phone and help me? Oh my gosh. So kudos to you guys for doing that
Thank
stuff.
you.
Oh, cool. All right, Amanda, I know we can talk about this for hours, and I know you have a busy time here.
It's been crazy.
Anything else to add to wrap up on this one?
No, I'm just super grateful that you are here and we're able to talk about all these different solutions that Co-op has to offer. And for anybody watching, and you're not here, wish you were.
Yeah.
I think it's a great place.
They're
to
here
be.
live.
They are. They're here live, yes. Well,
all right, Amanda. Well, thank you so much again.
It.
Appreciate the time. Nice to meet you,
Nice
and
to
keep
meet
up
you.
the good work at Co-op, all right?
Thank you so much.
Well done. Bravo. Excelente.